My beloved child, remember that the heart is a deep well. When you see flaws in others, ask yourself if you're gazing into the reflection of your own struggles. Be kind and examine your heart with honesty. Son, as I have loved you in your imperfections, so love others with grace. When you feel anger, hurt, or frustration, pause to see if it springs from within before placing it on another. My dear son, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. If your heart overflows with bitterness or fear, let it first be cleansed by my peace before you speak or act toward others. Child, judgment begins within. When your feelings rise like a storm, bring them to me in prayer. I will show you what is yours to carry and what is not. My son, do not let your feelings become chains for others. Come to me with your burdens, and I will give you rest. In that rest, you'll find clarity and peace to love rightly. These messages are about self-reflection, humility, and seeking God's guidance when our emotions are intense, to avoid misjudging or burdening others unfairly. My beloved son, I have created you with a heart that feels deeply, a heart designed to love, to rejoice, to grieve, and to hope. But sometimes, the weight of your own feelings can cloud your vision. When you find yourself frustrated with others or feeling misunderstood, take a moment to pause. Often, what you see in others is a mirror reflecting your own emotions and struggles. Bring these to me. I do not condemn you for them. Instead, I want to help you see clearly and love purely. Let my spirit guide you, so your feelings do not build walls but bridges. Child of my heart, the human heart is like a garden, and your emotions are the seeds you sow. When anger, fear, or doubt rises within you, do not scatter these seeds carelessly into the lives of others. Instead, bring them to me. Let me show you their source. Perhaps the anger is a pain you've hidden, or the frustration a longing unfulfilled. I will help you name these feelings and tend to your garden with care. When you lean on me, I will replace these seeds with love, patience, and understanding, so you can sow life-giving words and actions into the world around you. My dear son, I know how tempting it is to assume that others bear the blame for your struggles. But remember, my child, others are also on their own journey with me. Their actions may not always reflect your expectations, but do not let that lead you to anger or judgment. Instead, turn to me. Ask me for wisdom. Ask me to show you your heart clearly. I am a God who searches the heart and examines the mind. Trust that I will give you clarity, not to condemn yourself or others, but to walk in humility and grace. Speak to others as you would want me to speak to you, with kindness, truth, and mercy. Son, you are loved. When you feel rejected or misunderstood, remember this: I, your Father, understand you perfectly. The love I have for you is not based on your performance or your perfection. It is based on who I am and who you are in me. When your heart aches, do not lash out or withdraw from those around you. Instead, let that pain draw you closer to me. I will give you strength to see others not as enemies but as fellow travelers, equally in need of my grace. Let my love heal your wounds so you can love others freely and fully. My precious child, do not be quick to assume that others are the source of your discomfort or unhappiness. Sometimes, your emotions are like shadows. They follow you wherever you go, not because of others but because of what you carry inside. I am here to carry those burdens with you. When you are tempted to project your frustrations, bring them to my feet instead. Let me speak to your heart. I will show you the truth, that you are deeply loved, fully known, and never alone. Let this truth shape how you see yourself and others. Son, reflect my light. You are called to be a light in the darkness, but even the brightest light can cast shadows. Be mindful of your own heart, for the feelings you project onto others can dim the love I've placed within you. When you are tempted to judge, stop and ask yourself if it is your own fears or wounds speaking. Bring them to me, and I will transform them. Your weaknesses are not failures, they are opportunities for my strength to shine through you. Let me fill you with patience and humility, so your light remains steady and strong. My chosen one. When you look at others, remember this: each person you encounter bears my image. They are not your enemy, they are your brother, your sister, your neighbor. When you feel anger, envy, or frustration rising within you, resist the urge to let these feelings cloud your vision of them. Come to me, and I will remind you of the truth. I will give you eyes to see others as I see them, broken yet beautiful, flawed yet loved. Let your words and actions reflect the same grace I extend to you daily. My faithful son, you are not alone in your struggles. The pain, frustration, or fear you feel is not a burden you must carry alone. I see you, and I am here to help you make sense of it all. But be careful not to let your feelings spill over onto others unfairly. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to seek my presence. I will quiet your heart and give you peace. When you are grounded in my love, you will find it easier to love others, even when they seem difficult. Let my peace flow through you as a testimony of my work in your life. My dear son, you are my creation, fearfully and wonderfully made. I designed your heart to feel deeply, but I also gave you the power of discernment through my spirit. When emotions swell within you, be it anger, frustration, or even unspoken pain, bring them to me. Do not rush to place these feelings on others, for they may not be the source. Sometimes the burden you feel is a reflection of your own heart calling for my touch. Let me heal you in those moments. As you let my love transform your heart, you will find that what once seemed like an offense from another was an opportunity for you to grow in grace and patience. My beloved child, remember that every person you meet is walking their own journey, a journey I oversee. Their words, actions, or silence may stir emotions within you, but do not be quick to assign blame or assume intent. Instead, ask yourself, am I seeing them as I see myself, through my eyes of love? Let your heart be a vessel of kindness. If others hurt you, bring that hurt to me. I am the God who binds up wounds and restores the soul. When you release your feelings to me, you make room for peace, wisdom, and the strength to respond in love rather than reaction. My son, look within. When you feel misunderstood, wronged, or frustrated, know this: these moments are invitations to draw closer to me. They are opportunities for you to let me refine your heart. Do not be quick to judge others or cast your feelings onto them. Instead, turn to me and ask, Father, what are you teaching me in this moment? Often, I will show you that the discomfort you feel comes not from others but from unresolved matters in your own heart. Do not fear this revelation. It is my way of making you more like Christ, humble, forgiving, and full of grace. Child, I know your heart. I see the battles you face within, your doubts, your fears, your hidden insecurities. But I also see the beauty I've placed inside you, waiting to flourish. When your emotions seem to rise uncontrollably, do not let them spill onto others as blame or judgment. Instead, bring them to me. Let me help you sort through what is yours to carry and what is not. Let me remind you that you are not defined by fleeting feelings but by my unchanging love. As you grow in this understanding, you will find the strength to offer grace to others, even when they stumble. My precious son, Be slow to speak and quick to listen, not just to others but to your own heart. When you feel anger towards someone, pause and ask yourself, is this truly about them, or is it about something within me? Sometimes your feelings are echoes of past wounds, fears, or unmet expectations. Do not let these shadows distort your view of those around you. Bring them into my light. I will help you see clearly. And as I heal your heart, you will find it easier to extend the same grace to others that I continually extend to you. My faithful one. You are my child, called to reflect my love in a world that often struggles to understand it. But love requires humility, and humility begins with self-reflection. When you find yourself quick to anger or judgment, ask me to search your heart. Often, I will reveal areas where your own struggles have colored your perspective. Do not despair at this revelation. It is not to shame you, but to free you. As you release these burdens to me, you will find your heart becoming lighter, your words becoming gentler, and your relationships becoming richer in love and understanding. My chosen son. Every feeling you experience is an invitation, a chance to draw closer to me and to grow into the person I created you to be. When you feel overwhelmed by your emotions, resist the urge to place them on others. Instead, come to me. Let me show you what lies beneath those feelings. I may reveal a fear you need to surrender, a hurt you need to forgive, or a truth you need to embrace. Trust that my Spirit is at work in you, shaping you into the image of Christ. And as you allow me to work, you will find it easier to approach others with compassion and grace.